"Hey, you're not Sarah."
Hi guys, welcome back to Greenlight Cinema. It's so great to have everyone back with me. It's been a really wild holiday season. If it's not Christmas, it's COVID, you know. So here we are. I want to talk to you about a new episode of Fargo, season 5, episode 5. I can't believe we're here, 555. Keep your eyes on the road, am I right? All right, let's keep going.
It is it is cold, and driving and talking to a camera probably isn't very safe, so the wife made me come home and do the review here, which I think is safe. The wife still has the COVID, so it's going to be me. This is kind of a recap rewatch with Brandon Pacheco, and I'm so glad to have you guys back with me. Let's do this review. Cut the TV on. Hi guys, welcome to this part of the video. Now after viewing this episode of Fargo, Season 5, Episode 5, I'm going to do a little small review recap on it and talk about what I watched, what I viewed. I'm going to show a little bit of my reaction. So let's get started and shatter the crap out of this review. Season 5, Episode 5. We're halfway through this season. So this is what I picked up on this so far. I want to talk about all the things in this episode. First being, we have Lorraine and Danish devising a plot in the beginning of this episode, getting Dot into a mental institution. And all the while when this conversation's going on, we see that Dot is truly a tiger. As the title of this episode, she's awake, she's alert, she's listening in, and she's waiting for her attack and what it's going to be. The next shot, we see Danish Graves coming in with 2 male nurses. I said, uh-oh, when I started watching this. Danish says with the 2 men that they're there just to talk to Dot. But Dot takes those 2 fellas out. She gives them a fair warning, though. Next scene is great. We see that one of them's got their eye knocked out, and one of the nose is bleeding. However, successfully, they do have her strapped to the gurney, taking her to the hospital. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the same hospital her husband is at. But she manages to start sweet-talking her way around things, and she knocks out a nurse. She knocks out one of the male nurses, and then takes the other nurse's scrubs, and it almost works, you know, until she gets a little cocky, I say. She says, hey, it's about to snow. I heard it's supposed to snow later or something. And she draws attention to herself. Well, one of the male nurses, they say, hey, you're not Sarah. That right there causes attention. Security gets drawn to her. And then all of a sudden, she's on the run. On her. But Lorraine did get the message that she had been sent to the hospital, to the mental hospital. So Lorraine thinks she's still there. Next is my personal favorite scene. Lorraine takes 2 banker men out to lunch. These 2 men, bankers, they get uncomfortable because Lorraine happens to be a lady. They say, thought you're going to bring your man with you. And she finally, she gets tired of it. And I love it. She lets them have it.
Time you negotiated with a woman was over the price of a Tijuana blowjob. How much to stick it in your asshole?
Whoa!
One phone call from me, and you will have so many SEC agents up your keister. You'll be shitting briefcases for the rest of your life.
Now hold on just a second, lady.
You see?
Lady.
I'm going to knock $10 million off my offer.
Just want to go ahead and call her gal while you're at it.
We just pipe down, pony boy.
Pipe down, pony boy.
When it's your turn to talk.
Whoa!
I'm willing to buy your shady 5-gallon bank.
This guy's head is shaking in anger.
And I want to get into the credit business. Everyone loves a lender, not so much the repo man. But I need to test the waters and make sure the government will let me do both. So, I'm starting small with you. And I'm willing to pay a premium to get this done quickly. But if you hate women more than you love money, I'll just take my millions elsewhere.
These guys are dumbfounded. This woman took control.
By end of business today.
There's those drums. Jeff Russo, thank you for another season. Every season he gets it. I have a Jeff Russo soundtrack. Look, they got burgers. I love it. Let's just say she gives him a bit of the business, she does. But she tells him, though, that she's really looking for to be a bank. She wants to be the bank instead of the repo man, or lady, I guess you'd say. But she talks business. She gets on their level, kind of gets vulgar with them, but it's so necessary because of how disrespectful the guys are to her. Especially the one shaking his head and doesn't even talk. Can't pigeonhole Lorraine, that's for sure. Next, Lorraine gets this visit from Roy. So we have these two strong characters, Lorraine and Roy. Both of them, their character is, it's either my way or the highway. But Lorraine, she sees, though, more logic, you'd say, and the like, than he does. But he has high moral grounds, as he thinks, where he's a Bible man, or he thinks. So his beliefs are that Nadine is his wife, and that she belongs with him. Also, and not to mention her and Wayne's daughter, Scotty. He's claiming that's also his. Like he's referring to him as property. Roy says Scotty is a spitting image of Nadine. But Lorraine puts her foot down and says, no, that is my son's property. She kind of plays into his game and shows him the door. But Roy trying to leave, Danish tries to negotiate with him. He doesn't want to negotiate with Danish. And he sees Scotty, and Roy tells Scotty, tell your mom I said hello. Gross, right? Plain and simple. Roy wants freedom without any accountability. And Lorraine says that deal's only for babies. But they, of course, don't come to any agreement. And just as Roy's leaving, Olmsted shows up, Officer Olmsted. Olmsted comes there to notify Danish and Lorraine to let them know that Dad has escaped the hospital. And during this time, Roy's still in his truck listening. He hadn't even left the property. And Roy, still sitting in his truck, calls Gator and says, go with plan B, which I think was a really shitty thing because the husband was always on Gator, he's excited. Like, we know the husband's an easy target. Gator, back off. Pick on someone your own size is what I'm trying to say, Gator. So Gator gets word from his dad that he's to stay in the truck. And the other men, or they're already at the hospital. That's a little confusing. I was like, whoa. Okay, so plan B. Got it. Well set up. So now they're at the hospital. Gator's to stay in a truck while Roy's other men go and get Wayne. And as they're going into the hospital, Dad's getting off the elevator, and she's still covering herself as a nurse, trying to, I'm not the person you're looking for. I'm just a nurse taking care of my patients. But she hears them looking for Wayne. So she does what she did in an earlier episode. Like, she switched to street signs and the like. She switches the door signs. She switches the door tags out. Real clever. And it almost, I thought they were going to go in Wayne's, but they don't. And she runs in there, helps Wayne to the bathroom with this sweet little scene. And he locks the bathroom. They don't go in there. The guy that she takes and switches the name with is the guy that's yelling in the earlier episode about going to the bathroom. Well, she has to knock him out, grab his jacket, switch the names. It sounds shady. It may sound shady on her part, but at this point, she's like, sir, I just want to help, and I'm trying to help myself. And so, God bless her, she knocks him out, and Gator's men think that's Wayne, and they take off with him. The scene was great. As Dat's trying to flee from the hospital, she gets stopped by the FBI. Meanwhile, in the parking lot, we see Gator, he starts getting all fidgety because he sees the FBI. And he don't know what to do because he's gotten word from Roy that he's not supposed to leave his truck. So he goes in there anyway, and he sees that and does this right here. As soon as she sees the FBI, it's a big convoluted scene. I really think this may have been, right now, this may have been the most expensive episode that I think they may have made, because every cast member is on this episode, but not just in this episode. They're in the hospital. They're all at the same hospital in the same scene in the same sequence. The FBI, they try and calm Dot down. They say, hey, we're here to help. She's like, thinking probably, I don't need your help. Look how far I've gotten along on my own. But she is able, when she sees Gator, she's able to kind of pretend that she's, sad, and I need a minute. Can you let me go to the bathroom? And so they let her go to the bathroom, the clueless FBI agents. And of course, a nurse comes by and asks the FBI, have you seen someone matching Dot's description? And they go, wait a minute. And then she's gone out the window. I loved it. I'm like, the clueless FBI. Oh. Meanwhile, we're back with Lorraine. She's talking to Indrid Olmsted, the officer, about her debt. And Lorraine's not a lemur or some type of small animal. She sees everyone as animals. She's talking to her about her debt and how she knows about this, which Lorraine has all kind of ties. I'm not really sure the point of this scene, other than Lorraine setting up what we already know. Lorraine says to Officer Olmsted after she grills her about her debt, she says, are you going to keep sitting here sipping coffee, or are you going to look for my daughter-in-law in the one place I know she ain't? The next scene, we have a heartwarming reunion with Scotty and Dot. Dot escapes the hospital and finds Scotty and takes her with her. But Scotty says to her, though, Sheriff Roy says to tell you hello, and you can tell it makes Dot nervous. That's the only time we see weakness in her character, and God bless her character for that. We've only seen the tip of the iceberg from this episode. The next scene, we actually see Officer Olmsted coming home, and her husband still swinging away with his golf club. And she comes home and sees that there's people in her kitchen. She walks in to find Dot and Scotty in her kitchen. Dad said she made Scotty breakfast for dinner. I want to pause this and honestly say that probably any officer of the law would see this and report her and wouldn't even think about it. But this officer took the time to actually hear her out. And that right there is something you won't ever see, but you should. I like this scene. I feel like Olmsted trusts Dorothy in a way, and is letting, Dot ask her for a big favor, cover for me, and also, can you watch Scotty? And she's like, where you gotta go? Dot doesn't let the audience, I don't think, or Officer Olmsted know where she's going, what she's doing, but we know where she's going, what she's doing. She's got a mission, and that mission is to get Roy. She's protecting her family. She's being a mama lion. She's being a mama tiger, and she's protecting Wayne and Scotty. I love that. Officer Olmsted, she agrees to this, and she meets her husband, and Dot meets Lars. In the close of the episode out, one of the funniest scenes happened when Olmsted's husband comes in and goes, hey, hon, there's a lady in our kitchen. And we get from this point on that Lars is he don't seem like he's there all the way as a husband or just as a person. But Olmsted agrees to letting Scotty stay there for a few days and seeking, hiding her out while Dot has to go take care of this business with Roy. Well, and so we see Dot getting into the car. It says DLR on it, which reminds us of Fargo, the very first movie.
Did you look in his citation book?
Yeah. Last vehicle he rode in was a tan Sierra at 2:18 a.m. Under a plate number, he put DLR. I figured they stopped him or shot him before he could finish filling out the tag number.
Uh-huh.
So I got the state looking for a Sierra with a tag starting DLR. They don't got no match yet.
I'm not sure that I agree with you 100% on your police work there, Lou.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that vehicle there probably had dealer plates. DLR?
Oh. Jeez.
The season has been like an incredible love letter to the people who love Fargo, the original film. It's so Cohen. This is a great season, masterfully done, and I can't wait to see more and review more of this season. Guys, please keep watching. And after the Fargo, we're going to try to get back into doing worst of the best episodes, silly movies, bad movies, terrible movies, good movies. All right, guys, thanks and bye.
Hey guys, I'm still sick from COVID. I just wanted to say hi. Hope you enjoyed my husband's Fargo review. He's sleeping right here. I'm trying not to be too loud. Like, subscribe, share, comment. We are very much enjoying the comments. I do want to apologize for not being able to be in this review. I'm still under the weather from COVID. Still quarantining, still feeling hard to breathe, still fatigued. But that being said, I am keeping my mask on in the house, safety first, guys. And I try to keep it on with my husband around so that he's not getting sick. He's sleeping so peacefully. So I hope you guys enjoy the review. I'll try and be in the next one. And yeah. Thank you for watching GLC and tune in for the next episode. Bye, guys.